In this video, we're going to be removing the front left door panel off a 2012 Range Rover Sport. So we're going to start off by removing this little tweeter cover. Alright, so our tweeter cover is broken. One of the clips broke on top already. So this is one of the ways to take it off. Basically, you gotta find the clip over there, and don't pull on just the plastic thing. Try to use a clip remover tool, kind of support the clip and pull the clip itself, because if you just pull by the tweeter cover, it will break apart. Once you take that off, there's gonna be a little clip. Basically, in this hole, you're gonna have to use a long flathead and pull on the clip to release it. Ours came off easy because we just took it off before this. So this is the clip you're gonna use a flathead to press on to release it off the door panel. So just kind of push it to the side. So I would say out of the car. So just be careful with the last one. Last one is kind of weak, so you could break this one off. Ours is fine, but you could see it starts flexing when you start moving it. So there's two metal clips on the front and the back of it, and then just like these lock-in ones, top and bottom, but they just popped out pretty easy. You see that? Alright, so when that's out, now we're gonna have 4 Phillips. 2 big ones, 2 small ones. I don't know if this will catch it. It's actually 1 big one, 3 small ones. It's kind of hard to zoom in on this one. Make sure you take all the screws out. You have another Phillips. Now we're just going to work around the door panel, popping the clips out. We're using this plastic wedge tool. It's usually sold in window. Alright, so now you're gonna have clips along this top piece, and these clips, the way they come out is you pull the panel out, but you do have to release them with the tool. So we're starting off the front and just kind of working our way through the back. You see the clips right there? Okay, there you go. Now you gotta disconnect. Let me see. So that's a speaker wire. Alright, so once you disconnect these two plugs in the front, that master window switch, speaker, then you can have this cable to the door. The way this one works is just pull it up and it unlocks it. It's pretty easy. Then you can have another plug. So total 4 plugs plus the door lock cable. And then there's a lot more plugs actually. This one's pretty easy, it just pops out. Okay, so this is the driver's side door. Door card, door panel, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so once you remove the screws outside, the Phillips on the front of it, these are the clips you're going to be working around, pulling or popping them out of these plastic clips. As you can see, they're pretty much all the way around the whole door panel. And these are the ones the top ones pop into. So usually on some cars you're gonna have to lift the door panel up. On this one it pops out as long as you put some pressure on these clips so you don't break the door panel apart. Alright, now we're going to be removing this front left window, the door glass. This is a 2012 Range Rover Sport. We have the door panel off already. Now we're going to take off this window motor so we have access to lower the glass manually. We're going to be using a T25 Torx. So your glass is going to be in a manual mode, neutral mode, so you can move it up and down now. Now we're using a 10mm socket. Alright, so once you pop this in out of all the screws, make sure you could lower this thing. And we have the glass down, so the bracket or that part is down. And you press on the back piece and pull on the glass up. So you're going to release the front lock, and now you're going to have one in the back as well. Okay, we already did the back right before I started the video. And then you just gotta feed the glass. It's kind of hard to get you. Okay, so kind of tilt it towards the front. Lift it off from the back, and it will just come out. So these are the clips. So it's towards the front, you have the same thing where you just press on the tab forward and it unlocks it. Just make sure you pull in on the glass when you unlock it, that way it doesn't pop back in. And same thing for the rear as well. Alright, so the way it was is pop this out, you move the glass to the side, and you basically press on this tab. Press on this tab, and at the same time you pull the glass out, and basically it unlocks it and you pull the glass out. And same thing for the front. We end up taking off the speaker, now we're going to remove the So we're removing the glass guider rail inside to give us a little bit more room to pull the window regulator out. The whole assembly, we can't get it through the door. It just gets stuck in that area. It's just impossible. Right, so now the rail is out of the way, and we'll see if we can pull it out. There you go. So for us, that rail was in the way. So you have to, I don't know if you have to, but once we remove this rail, the glass guider, and towards the front of the door, it gave us a lot more room to pull this window regulator assembly. So this is where your glass clips into these holes. And when you press on the tab like this, it basically unlocks and you pull the glass out of it. So there's two of them on each glass. And this is your window regulator assembly. Best way was for us to lower the glass all the way down, and then you're going to be able to move this to the side, and you're going to be able to get to press on these tabs. And just don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We appreciate all the support.